Hey mamas, welcome back to the Tuckered Mama Podcast. I'm your host, Sammy Collins. In this podcast, this is where we talk about real motherhood, messy motherhood, exhausted motherhood, and all of the stuff that no one really prepares you for in motherhood. So I need to know, guys, is it just me, or does winter always feel like it's 7 years long when you're a mom? Like, the holidays just ended, the decorations have all come down, the excitement disappears, and suddenly it's freezing outside. Everyone is sick every other day. Your kids have unlimited energy and nowhere to go, nowhere to put it. And somehow you're still expected to function like a normal human being. If you have felt extra tired, overwhelmed, unmotivated, touched out, let me repeat that again, touched out, overstimulated, or straight up burnt out lately, you are absolutely not alone. Here's the thing. There are actual scientific and emotional reasons winter hits moms hard. So today we're talking about winter burnout, what it is, why it happens, and realistic ways to survive this season without adding 45 new things to your already overflowing mental load. So what is winter burnout? Winter burnout is basically emotional and mental exhaustion that gets amplified during these colder months, y'all. And for moms, it can show up like this: feeling overwhelmed faster, having zero motivation, feeling trapped inside with the kids, losing your routines that you've had forever, especially after the holidays. Your routines are just out the window. You're in survival mode. Increased anxiety and irritability, feeling like you're constantly behind. I know I feel that every single day. I look around my house and none of my rooms can stay clean. The best thing I ever read one time was not every room can be cleaned at the same time, which is so true. I clean the playroom, my dishes are overflowing in the kitchen. I sweep and mop the kitchen, and the carpet still needs to be vacuumed everywhere. Not every room can be clean at the same time. I've just accepted that fact as a mom right now. There's actually something called seasonal affective disorder, which is linked to decreased sunlight in the winter months. Less sunlight can affect serotonin levels, which impacts your mood, your sleep, and your energy. But honestly, moms don't need full seasonal depression for winter to be so brutal. The lifestyle shift alone is enough, because in winter, our workload usually increases while our support and our energy decreases, and that combo is burnout fuel. This is why winter hits moms so hard. Let's break down this season and why it is uniquely exhausting for moms. The holiday hangover. The months leading into the holidays are so intense for moms. I know from my family that we like to stay busy. We like to do things every single weekend. So between fall activities and all of the festivals that go on, leading straight into my husband's birthdays at the end of November, my mom's birthday's at the end of November, my daughter's birthday is at the beginning of December, my birthday is also in the middle of December, then you've got Thanksgiving, then you've got Christmas, then all of our friends have kids with birthdays in late November and December as well. It is a busy, busy time for us. We don't have time to miss any beats. We constantly are on the go, 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 but it's so fun in the moment. And we really soak up all of the Christmas lights and all of the festivals we can go to. It's just the last 2 months of the year are my favorite time of the whole year. But it is very stressful in the moment. So now that all of that is over, what do we have to look forward to? January is so long to me. Winter makes it so hard to get outside because you're constantly freezing or it's raining and then you have ice. And then we had a chance of snow this year in Tucker area. Mostly north of us and a little bit to the west got the snow, but still everything shut down all of a sudden. So then you're really trapped inside. Everything at the grocery store has been bought out. All of the shelves are cleared. What are we supposed to do with all this milk and bread? My cousin made a funny, hilarious post. He said, I've got the milk, I've got the bread. So now what do? Do I put the milk in between the bread and then make it a milk sandwich? Or do I stack it tall like a giant sub, milk bread, milk bread, milk bread? Or do I take the bread and I soak up the milk as if it were soup and a biscuit or something that you would soak up your soup with and eat it? It was hilarious. I thought it was funny. So all of the shelves are cleared out. Everything is, slowed down in the winter time. So the months leading into the holidays are really intense for moms. You're planning, you're constantly budgeting, you're doing all the shopping, you're doing all the decorating, you're coordinating all the family schedules, managing all the traditions, making magic happen for kids, and often carrying majority of the mental load. That is a lot on one person to take on, but it's just part of being a mom, part of our duty as the head parent of the children and the household to kind of run all of these things. You don't even notice it sometimes when all of your duties add up. And no offense to my husband, he comes in from work after working 6 days a week, sometimes 12 hours days, and he's exhausted too. Like, he's had all of his, energy put out into his work, and then he comes home and he's expected to pick right up with the kids and give me a break, and it's hard to balance. But he still comes in and he tries his best, and he will do the dishes, and he will help me take out the trash, and he constantly is, what can I do for you? How can I help you? So your support system is also going to be super, super impactful during these winter months. Then after the holidays, January hits, and it's an emotional whiplash to me. You go from super high energy chaos to cold, dark, quiet survival mode, and your body and brain basically just crash. The never-ending sick cycle is also at stake right now. I know that there is somebody listening right now that still has a kid coughing from October or a runny nose since November. It is endless with this sickness. Kids bring home germs from school, daycare, playgrounds, and then moms usually become the default caregivers while also still running the household. Studies consistently show moms carry the majority of the invisible household labor, scheduling appointments, managing routines, remembering everything, and sickness multiplies that workload. Especially if you fall down yourself as a mom, you get the sickness, you get the funk, you get the yuck, then everything shuts down even more, and it's so much harder. On top of the sickness, kids being inside more is just, it's a lot. It's a lot. Kids need that movement. They need stimulation. They need to burn off that energy. And honestly, so do I. I feel so much better when I can get outside and get some sunlight, get a walk in, burn out my own energy so that I'm not building it and building it and building it, and then it all explodes at one time. Winter says, no, you ain't going outside today. Nope. You staying your ass inside. Nope. You're not going out. That's what winter says to us. Ha! You think you're going outside to have fun and run in the sunlight? No, I'm going to keep it cloudy. So what does this mean? Their energy builds up, boredom increases, behavior struggles increase, screen time guilt increases. I know that I have felt so guilty this past January, feeling the burnout myself, and then making my daughter have, 2 hours, not making her, letting her have 2 hours of TV or any show that she wants so that I can just have a moment of peace to myself. And I feel so guilty for letting her have 2 or 3 hours when her little brother is sleeping but I need that time for myself. I'm trying to start up this new business right here, this podcast. I'm trying to schedule our appointments for the doctors. I am trying to keep up with all of our Kroger grocery orders. I'm trying to remember to move the laundry from the washer to the dryer so that it doesn't get moldy and start smelling, because I know some of you are like me and you've ran that laundry washer a couple of times before you've actually remembered to move it to the dryer. And then once it gets to the dryer, do I remember to go upstairs, take it out so it doesn't get wrinkled? No. So I turn it back on again and I forget again. There's just so much on my mind throughout the day. What are the kids going to have for lunch? Have they eaten breakfast? When's the last time my toddler went to the bathroom? Does she need a potty break right now? Okay, my son hasn't pooped in about 3 days. That means I probably should look into this and this and this. And then the thoughts are endless. This is how moms' stress gets increased. Energy builds up with the kids. Boredom increases. Behavior struggles increase. Screen time guilt increases. Mom stress increases. It's literally a domino effect. On top of all of that, isolation and loss of community. Summer and fall naturally bring social interaction. Parks, outdoor activities, community events. Winter often removes that, and moms especially need connection to stay emotionally regulated. When isolation increases, burnout risk increase. The pressure to reinvent yourself in January also comes into play. The new year starts. You've got all these New Year's resolutions. You have a list a mile long, 30 things you want to change. Let's bring it back, reel it back in. Let's focus on one thing this month that you can change about yourself. I know for myself, both of my kids, I went through postpartum depression about 7 months in. When my son, my second born, was at the 7-month mark, I looked in the mirror and I was like, my whole closet had filled up with t-shirts. No offense to anybody who's a t-shirt wearer, but that is not me. That's not who I am. The second I became a mom, it was t-shirts and sweatpants every single day. And I did not feel comfortable and confident in myself. I didn't want to get up and do my makeup. I didn't want to do my hair. I just would pick out a t-shirt and sweatpants and we'd go on and move on with the day. You know the saying, not everybody can look good at the same time. Your toddler looks cute. Your baby looks cute. Mama's looking a mess. That was me. I was getting cute for I was getting my kids cute for their day, but then I was leaving myself behind. Why am I doing that? So when my son turned 7 months and I looked in the mirror, I was like, you know what? I have all these cute clothes. My body has changed. Let's clear it all out. So I got rid of everything that was too small that did not fit me, in realization that I would not be going back to those sizes. Your body changes after you give birth. And that's totally fine. I have accepted that now. Like, I am no longer this extra small I was in high school. I'm not 115 pounds anymore. I'm a good 40 pounds over that, and I'm more of a medium large now. But how you carry yourself and how you dress is going to build your confidence. So a t-shirt and sweatpants every day for me, that was not cutting it anymore. Not even doing the simplest of makeup. My eyebrows, my mascara, my lips, and a little bit of blush, just to make myself look alive for once. So I cleared out all of my clothes that did not fit me in my closet, donated them to a local church, went online, told my husband, listen, I need some clothes that I feel confident in. I don't feel like myself right now. I need to change this before it gets worse. So I went online. We spent, a couple $100, kind of redid my wardrobe so that I would have things to wear that wasn't just your everyday t-shirt and, my sports bra, which after having 2 kids, my sports bra makes me look like I have a uniboob, and a t-shirt on top of that, just not cute. Then sweatpants that barely fit me or were, too tight and just not flattering. So I changed myself. I changed my look. I started dressing cute every day. Slowly, I started pushing my closet, went from this much, t-shirts, 30, 40 t-shirts, to slowly started backing up, and I got regular clothes, cute blouses that I felt comfortable in, stuff that was not your everyday mom sitting on a couch, I'm not doing anything, not giving a care self. So changing that really helped me, and I feel like I have stuck with that. So if that can be your little change every day going forward this new year that makes you feel more confident, do it. I'm telling you, I feel so much more confident in myself. I was getting compliments from my mom friends when I would go see them, like, oh, wow, you look cute today. And then you feel good about yourself because they're not seeing your normal t-shirt, sweatpants, sports bra self and your hair up in a messy bun. They're seeing this new you, and you feel more confident, and slowly you start to feel better about yourself. So that is one thing that I encourage you to start doing, is to care and take time for yourself. Yes, it adds extra time to my morning, but I slowly have adapted and added it to my schedule that my son and my daughter, they just play in my room now. And I have toys actually in my room so that I can get ready in peace, and they're still sitting right there. I can still monitor them. I'm not, tucking them away and putting on a show and locking them somewhere so that I can run away and go get ready when I can't monitor them. I bring them into my life, and it's made it so much easier. My daughter plays hide and seek in my closet behind my clothes. If I have laundry sitting there, I lay it all flat, and she actually puts the hangers into the neck holes and helps me, get things ready to hang up. I let her sort socks while we're sitting there. She takes my husband's socks and she shoves one sock into the other sock, not flipping them like a normal, folding style. She takes one sock, she opens up the other one and shoves it down to the bottom, and his socks are quote unquote folded in her regards. So I'm sorry I went on a tangent there, but that is one thing that I am so proud of myself for sticking to. I do not wear t-shirts anymore. And if I am, I'm still making it look semi cute in my eyes. So January, it's hard. You're a new year, new you. You want to do these new routines. You've got fitness goals. You're trying to organize the home and put away all of these, new Christmas gifts that you got that you're excited about, or you're decluttering. I don't know about you, but on our local Buy Nothing group, after Christmas, the first, week into the new year, was every single day people are like, oh, cleaning out my kitchen, oh, cleaning out my bedroom, come get my stuff. Like, everyone is trying to organize. Your productivity resets. You're ready to start fresh. Everything is put away. I know me. I took down everything from Christmas on December 26th. I was tired of looking at it. It makes my house feel cluttered. I love the homey vibe it gives during the Christmas season. But man, second Christmas is over, I am ready to pack that stuff up and move on. Like, I want everything to be bare, minimal. The less stuff I have on the counters, the easier it is for me to clean. The less clutter I have, the easier it is for me to keep the house clean. You're also trying to perfect your morning routines, and it doesn't have to be like that. The expectation versus reality can make moms feel like they're failing when they're actually just trying to survive this cold winter burnout. I know for me that sometimes it's hard when I'm asking my daughter to do the simplest task and she wants to have a say in it, and she wants to be a toddler and they like to have their way of doing things. So if it's not her idea, it's not a good idea. Hey, let's put on your shoes. It's time to go. We're running late. Come on. Okay, but first I'm going to ride my scooter really fast through the kitchen. And oh, while I'm at it, stick your hand out so I can high five you. Then I'll go put my socks on. Then I'll get my shoes. No, come over here right now, Lacey. We've got to get in the car. Let's go. Shoes now. And then there I am. I'm getting frustrated with her when it's my fault for making us late because I didn't get up early enough, or I didn't set myself timers to get ready, or, she's just trying to control it her way. So I should have asked her maybe, hey, Lacey, which shoes do you want to put on? That gives her a little bit of control, and maybe she would have done it faster, or, okay, quickly, ride your scooter, let's go. And let her do it one time instead of sitting there and arguing with her. Like, that is one thing that just this January has brought to my attention, that my mood and frustration with her and patience has run really, really low. So let's talk about realistic winter survival strategies. I'm not here to give you a 27-step productive routine to stick to every single day. We are going to lower the bar respectfully. And when we lower the bar, winter is survival mode for many families. And that is okay, guys. You're in survival mode. You are not in thrive mode right now. This is not the time. That might look like more convenient meals. I know for me right now, earlier this morning, I just took my own advice before I started this podcast. I did a Kroger order that had frozen lasagna, easy crock-pot meals that I could find. I had a frozen chicken, cheese, and rice dinner, frozen pizza, easy hot dog and buns night, hamburger and buns. I made a list of easy meals that are not something I have to think about, that I can go and grab, that I don't have to, oh crap, I forgot to lay out the hamburger meat from the freezer. Now what are we going to do for dinner tonight? When I have those days, because the mornings are busy, especially when you're trying to get somewhere or do an activity, you forget to pull out the chicken from the freezer or the meat from the freezer for your dinner that night, for tacos or meatloaf or whatever you're going to make. So having these secondary options on the back burner, like a frozen lasagna I can just pop in the oven that will fill us up and feed us, that is so nice to know. So having more convenient meals. Also, some families use paper plates. Paper plates will be such a time saver when you are doing the dishes. I run my dishwasher every single day. And then on top of that, my sink still has dishes in it, waiting to go in until that load is done. Every day, because between us being at home for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 4 people eating, those dishes will pile up. And I cannot stand, it's one of my pet peeves, to have dishes sitting in the sink. So I'm constantly running the dishwasher so that I can get them out. That was another New Year's resolution that I set for myself. I want to say New Year's resolution, but it was like a postpartum resolution for myself, that when I was waking up myself and clearing out my closet, I told myself, okay, no more dirty dishes sitting in the sink. When the dishes are out of the sink, in the dishwasher, you take 5 extra minutes to rinse your plate, stick it in the dishwasher. And no dish sitting in my sink will have food on it either. I'm going to rinse these every single time I'm done with my meal. I'm going to take care of it in the moment so that the rest of my day runs easier. I'm not going to the next meal looking for, my daughter's favorite spoon because it's missing because I haven't done the dishes. That was another thing that I really stuck with. And it makes me feel like my kitchen is clean, even though there might be crap all over the counters. At least I can look at the sink and that part is done. And then I can move on to the counters and have that all cleared out and put away. Same thing with my bed. Every morning, I don't necessarily make my bed, but I will pull the sheets up and the comforter and straighten it out flat. Not perfectly, but at least when I go in my room and my bed is made, it looks like it's clean. It's a little bit of a relief for me. So if you've got to switch over to paper plates for a little bit, do it. Do it. Save yourself the headache of the dishes. Survival mode might look like you going to fewer social obligations. You simplify any routines you've got. You let some of your expectations go. We went to my son's gymnastics class is every Wednesday, and I just let my daughter wear her pajamas. I'm like, I don't even have time to fight you to put your clothes on, to put your shoes on. Your pajamas are warm, first of all. They, yes, might look like PJs, but who cares? You're 3 years old. Nobody is really concerned about what you look like. So I let my daughter wear her pajamas, and she thinks it's fun to have like a little sleepover while my son does his gymnastics class, and she gets to wait in the lobby and do activities on the iPad in her pajamas. She brings her blanket. She thinks it's funny. She brings snacks. It kind of gets her motivated and moving out the door, and gives her motivation to do her letter activities that I have lined up for her on the iPad and the math ones. So it gives her motivation to want to learn because she's excited and looking forward to these Wednesdays. The only day I let her use the iPad, because in this day and time, kids need to learn these skills of, touch screens and dragging one piece to another. And, she's only 3. In 10 years, who knows where technology is going to be? She's got to have these skills moving forward in life, whether we like it or not. She needs to learn these skills. So the first couple days, it was frustrating because I'm like, just drag it over. And it's like, wait, take a step back. She doesn't even know to use her finger pads versus her nail to touch this screen to make it work. And I'm just here assuming that she knows these things, or I'm yelling at her like, that's not the lowercase q. What are you doing? And I have to think back. Has she ever seen a Q before? Have I ever even told her what the letter Q looks like or what it sounds like? And I just have to sit there and think before I speak sometimes to her. Like, okay, I'm frustrated in the moment because she's taking her own time to figure this out when she might not even know the basics of it yet. So your worth as a mom is not going to be measured by how Pinterest worthy your winter looks. Use microdoses of sunlight and movement. Research shows natural light helps regulate serotonin and your mood. Even just 10 to 20 minutes outside will help your mental health. Here are some ideas. You can go outside for your morning coffee while the kids play. We'll dress them up, put some coats on them, go outside and have or even better, the morning is too cold. Have your afternoon coffee, because we know we all need one right about 2 or 3 o'clock. We're hitting a wall. Everybody's hitting a wall. I know it. I am. My kids are. We need that extra boost of energy. 3 o'clock, get your afternoon coffee. Everybody put on a coat. You get the blanket. You go sit down. Let them run outside. 10, 15 minutes. Short little walks with them. Get your stroller out. Do a short little cul-de-sac walk, and you'll feel better about yourself. 10 minutes, one loop. I need to take my own advice here. Like, we live in a cul-de-sac. I need to do that. Just bundle them up, put them in a wagon, get blankets, let their faces feel that cold, crisp air, and myself. Letting the kids jump around outside instead of staying trapped indoors will help your sanity this winter burnout. It doesn't have to be aesthetic or productive to be beneficial. So it doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter how it looks, get outside. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm going to challenge you to ask me, have I gone outside today? Because I'm going to ask you, have you gone outside today? Just 10 minutes. Every mom needs emergency survival systems. Here are some ideas. Rotating your toys. I know that I have 2 tubs full of toy rotation. Mostly for my daughter's age gap right now of 3, but I also have some 1-year-old toys that I've saved from my daughter for my son. So we have a lot of toy rotation. Almost weekly, when I see her not interested or losing interest in an activity, I'll switch it out. Right now, she's got these popsicles that have the uppercase and lowercase letter on them, and you match the popsicles together. And she's done that activity so many times. They're color coordinated so she can match the colors and the letters. And once she's gotten bored with that, last week we had out a snake. And this snake puzzle was the alphabet, and it winded all the way around this big puzzle board, and she thought it was amazing. So we do letter activities. I've been trying to get her to practice her numbers, any sort of stacking, like anything that is a hands-on activity that is educational. I'm all about it. That's what we do in our household. I used to be a Montessori paraprofessional, and I learned so much from them. Montessori materials live in and out of our house. We take them everywhere we go. That is one thing that you can do to help this winter burnout. You need to toy rotate. You need to rotate your toys so that kids are not bored or going to the same thing every day. You also need to limit how many toys they have out. Get yourself a tub from Home Depot or whatever, Sam's Club. Pack everything in but about 5 items on a shelf. Let them be bored. Let them choose one of those 5 items. If you have too many things out, it's overwhelming for them. It's overwhelming for you. They go through and they burn through all of it in 5 minutes instead of taking their time to complete each puzzle, each activity. Then you've got a mess everywhere. We have a rule in our house that my daughter cannot move on from one activity to another without cleaning that one up first and putting it back on the shelf. She actually just recently, like she turned 3 in December. It's February now. I want to say about 2.5, since maybe summer, early fall, she got the concept and she has been putting it away every single time before she gets a new activity. I don't even remind her anymore. We stayed on it so much when she was younger. Now she does it on her own. And she'll even tell her little brother, like, hey, Liam, you can't play with that yet. You didn't put this one away. Hang on, come back over here. And she tries to help guide him, which is the whole point of Montessori. That's the whole point. Like, I'm so proud that I taught her that. And now she's here to guide her brother to do that. Toy rotation. I'm so confident about that. And so, passionate that is a good tool to use in your house, and limiting how many tools you have on your shelf as well. It also gives you, when you limit it, it gives you more options for the toy rotation. If you have 20 toys out and you're expected to swap it out for 20 new toys, where are those 20 new toys coming from? I don't know about you. I don't just have 20 new activities sitting around. I have maybe like 20 that we're rotating between, and I might have 4 out at a time. So toy rotation, guys, take that into consideration. You need to have a craft, something easy, something dollar store, the $5, $1, $3 section at Target. Walmart's got some cheap crafts. Like, go find an easy craft that you guys can sit down and do together. That one-on-one time is so important. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes of your attention, it helps your toddler or your kids' afternoons go so much better, so much easier. They've had that attention from you and it's filled up their cup, and now they're ready to decompress and have a chill afternoon because they already had your attention for a solid period of time, even if it's just 10 minutes. That is really challenging for me to find time between my 2 kids. So I try the first 30 minutes of the morning is just for me and my daughter. My son wakes up every morning and I nurse him for about 20 minutes while she is still laying down in my bed. She knows that she cannot come to his room until he's done with his morning milk. Once he's had his morning milk, he gets to go in the playroom and has his own playtime. And my daughter and I will make breakfast together. We'll sit down and eat. He's already had his milk, so he's full and content for the moment. That morning time has been so beneficial for me and my daughter. She eases into the day. We're not rushing, and that's just been really helpful for us. So you need to have a rainy day activity box as well. I think rainy days are great for introducing something new. I know my daughter, she's got a December birthday and Christmas right there. So we purposefully hold back some of her new toys and bring them out on rainy days or days where you can't even, moms have days where we're just like, okay, I need a break. I need something. Here you go. Check out this new toy that you got from so-and-so for your birthday. I've been holding on to it for you. Let's open it today. And then you have something new and exciting for that day. Indoor playground memberships will also save your sanity. I did an episode recently on indoor playgrounds, and you've got to check that out. I've got 3 others in the works that I'm trying to collab with that hopefully you can try out any of these, even if it's just one day that you get out of the house and you go do these on rainy days or cold days or over summer and the heat. I had 3 indoor playgrounds that I reviewed that you should go check out and listen to my previous episode. Library visits will also save your sanity. We go to the library on Tuesdays or Wednesday mornings. Most libraries in Gwinnett County, in DeKalb County, and Fulton County all have their listings online. You just go to, DeKalb County, you just go to DeKalbCounty.com and you search for your local library, or you can Google DeKalb County Kids Toddler Time near me, something like that, and it should pop up. You can see all of their activities, not just for toddlers, but they actually have all the way up to adult classes for different things. So they've got like kids scavenger hunts every now and then. They have kid movie nights over summertime. They did like a magic show. They did where a clown came one time, and just little things to bring the community together. It's also a chance to get out and meet other moms. I know that I've been working hard to meet other moms that are my son's age, because we have a lot of friends that are my firstborn's age. And now I want him to have friends that are his age, not just all of Lacey's friends are automatically his, which is true. And I'm thankful for that. But I also wanted to meet moms that had 1-year-olds right now, so that I can bond with them and that our kids can grow up together. So library time is super beneficial, not only for your kids, you're getting out the house, you're meeting other people. That social isolation, man, that's rough in January. So I want you to not feel guilty also about the use of TV shows and your mental health. If you've got to put on your daughter's favorite show, your son's favorite show, just to have a minute to yourself so you don't freak out on them, do it. Do not feel guilty. Spring is around the corner. It is coming. That time to run outside, reel it back in. You've got a lot of screen time right now. I know we're at least spending 2 to 4 hours a day watching TV. At some point, my daughter's watching her show, my son's watching his. I'm trying to clean the house. I'm trying to keep up with all the chores, or I'm just sitting there doom scrolling on my phone, because that's my downtime. That's how I choose to have my downtime. Or I'm listening to someone else's podcast. Or I'm listening to this podcast and editing my podcast for you guys, for your listeners. So anytime, don't feel guilty about this extra TV time. The spring is coming. The outdoor play is coming. You have time to save it. You can reel it back in. Okay, it's starting to slowly get warm outside. We're going to go outside today for 45 minutes. And then slowly it will increase, then you'll be outside for an hour. Then you'll be outside doing activities for 2 hours. You'll be going to have lunch on a patio soon. Like, it is coming. Look forward to it. Like, look up things, that are coming. I will have some more episodes in my social media. You should check it out. Instagram, the Tuckered Mama. I'm going to be sharing with you local festivals that are coming, local activities. For instance, Tucker Day. Tucker Day, I have a booth. It's May 2nd. It's a beautiful weekend. It's usually right before Mother's Day, when it is. I sell all kinds of crafts, from tumblers to cups to mugs to t-shirts to, personalized items for moms. So that is a wonderful festival that's coming up. I will be sharing way more info about that very soon. Look up things to look forward to count down to. Plan those spring vacations, plan those summer vacations now. Get excited about something. Get out of this winter funk that we're all in. You're not failing. You're using these tools. You're parenting strategically. Protect these small moments of alone time. Even short breaks regulate your nervous system. That might be running to the grocery store alone, even if it's just a pickup. I know that my local Kroger is only 4 minutes from here. 4-minute drive by myself with no distractions. I might swing through the local Taco Bell and get that nice, bubbly, fizzy Dr. Pepper and a quick burrito by myself and not tell anybody about it. And then I'll go get my pickup order and then make my way back. That was maybe a 30-minute round trip, if that, maybe 20 minutes, if they're, coming out on time and giving you your groceries on time. That 20, 30 minutes of alone time will reset you. It will. Sitting in your car in silence, it will reset you. Take a longer shower. I have a friend, and she's going to laugh if she hears this. She says the comment, I even took an everything shower. And at first, I didn't understand what she meant. I was like, wait, every time you shower, you don't take an everything shower? What does that even mean? So every time I take a shower, I wash my hair, my body, do all the fixings, everything. That's an everything shower to me. Some people, which is no fault on them, I've done it now that I know the difference. A quick rinse off just to reset without washing your hair. Like, I didn't even think to do that. It's just always been in my routine to wash my hair every single time I shower. But people who have thicker hair or longer hair, or I've got pretty long hair, but thicker hair or something that might be more time consuming just to rinse off and not wash your hair and get that 10 minutes real quick, like that will reset your mental health. I did not think about that. I've always taken a 20 to 30 minute long shower, but why? I don't have to do that every time just to feel refreshed. Taking a longer shower might be what you need, or just work in those quick 10 minutes, rinse off real quick, reset, those might be beneficial to you. So partner tag team breaks also. Like, I know that I've got to look at my husband and I have got to be like, hey, I need a break. Like, you got to sit down here for 10 minutes. I just need to go cool off for a second. I need to go, finish the dishes by myself. I don't want any help. I just need to go in here and not hear the screaming or the whining for 10 minutes, please. And same thing with him. He gets frustrated and I'll tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey, I got this. Let me do bedtime tonight. This is frustrating you. Go take a break. We are so good. I'm so fortunate for that I have him to lean on to help me in those frustrating times and him in those frustrating times, to look at each other and be like, all right, you're tapped out. Let me take over for a second. And those little moments, those help. Asking for help without guilt is challenging for me. I don't know about you, but asking for help without feeling guilty. Sometimes I feel like I'm bossing my husband around, like, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Because we need this, this, and this by this time. Or I need this, this, and this to be done so we can get out the door. Like, I hate the feeling of feeling like I'm bossing him around, but it's a team effort. So I have to remind myself, like, he's here to help. He wants to help. He's not going to read my mind. He doesn't know what I'm thinking, what I need right now. Making subtle comments out loud, like, man, trash is getting full. Okay, I need to take out the trash before we leave. I need to make sure that I have their waters filled up with ice. I've got to check the diaper bag. And I list out everything I need to do before I leave, instead of just looking at him and be like, hey, can you go fill the diaper bag up? We need 4 diapers. We need wipes. I need to change of clothes. Can you also do the trash? I'm going to go work on this part so that we can get out the door faster. He's not going to read my mind. I've got to get better about that. If this is you, ask them for help. They're there to help you. Do not feel guilty. Choose your community over perfection. Isolation fuels burnout. Connection reduces it. ideas and ways you can feel community and not feel burnout. Playdate swaps. Have a playdate scheduled, stick to it, and go over to your friends and let your kids run amok at their house. Then let them come destroy your house, and be in the mindset that you know, okay, the house is going to get destroyed today, but they're getting their energy out. I am getting a little time with my friend, and we're just going to sit here and talk. Mom group chats. I know for me that we have a very strong group of moms that I have sort of brought all together, and we do monthly outings. That has been super beneficial to me. I don't care if one person is sitting there at breakfast with me. I don't care if two people are going out dancing with me. At least I have somebody to take that mom time, take that me time to go out with. That has been super beneficial, just to sit down and talk with someone. I sit down and talk with another friend of mine at my daughter's swim lessons. Just that weekly 20, 30 minutes of talking to someone that's in the same boat as me, like library time, meeting up with those moms, talking about the 1-year-old struggles. That time has just been so beneficial and so needed at this phase that I'm in. It just kind of resets everything. Indoor play spaces can also reset things, like we said, indoor playgrounds, meetups with your other mom friends for coffee dates. Just go grab a cup of coffee. We have a local Mint coffee house here in Tucker. Mint Coffee House has kids' toys and like little activities that they can do while you're sitting there having coffee. The environment is very welcoming. They just opened. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. Take your kids with you. Make them be part of your life. You're going shopping, take them with you. You're going to run errands, take them with you. Like, don't put your errands and your needs set aside because you have kids. Like, take them with you, make them part of your life. Go have coffee with a friend, let them play. Yes, you do need those solo mom moments and you need that solo mom time, but don't let it hold you back from doing your errands and what you need to get done just because you don't want to take your kids. Like, I really need to run to Walmart to pick up, this, and this, but I've got to wait till my husband gets home so that I don't have the kids with me. Just take them. Majority of the time, you're never going to see those people again. If your kid is screaming the whole time, majority of people have been there, have been in that moment. You look across the room, all the women, all the men, they're all going to be parents. More than likely, they've been in that phase that you are in. Don't even let it phase you. Do not get stressed about it. Motherhood was never meant to be done alone. So here's your permission slip. I want to give you something right now that if you need to hear it, you have a permission slip to survive winter, not thrive in winter. You need to slow down. You're allowed to slow down. Your kids do not need magical winter memories every single day. Do not make your life look like Pinterest. They need a mom who feels supported and regulated right now. Someone who can regulate their emotions, take a step back, figure out, why am I yelling right now? I am burnt out. And if winter feels heavy for you, it doesn't mean that you are weak. It means you're human. And I am taking all of this advice today to heart, to myself. I have felt so much burnout. That is why I wanted to share this episode with you all. Spring is coming, even if it feels far away. I would love to hear from you guys. What part of winter motherhood drains you the most? And what is your personal survival hack? Come chat with me, guys, on Instagram. Message me. Answer the story polls that I have whenever these episodes drop. I want to hear back from you. I want to hear your feedback. I might even share your responses in a future episode that would be beneficial to me. You're not alone in this season. You're doing better than you think you are. All right, guys, before we wrap up today's episode, I just want to remind you that if you are feeling burnt out this winter, you're not alone. You're not failing. This season can feel heavy, overstimulating, isolating, and just plain exhausting, especially when you're carrying the mental load, the emotional load, the physical load, all of the things of motherhood. If today's episode gave you even a small idea, mindset shift, or a moment of feeling seen, then I'm so glad that you're here. And if part of your winter burnout is feeling stuck inside with the kids and running out of ways to keep everyone entertained without losing your sanity, I've got you covered. Make sure you go back and check out my previous 3 indoor playground reviews in my previous episode where I compare local spots, talk about the pricing, the features, the age ranges, and honestly, which ones are worth the trip with your little ones. Those episodes are designed to help you plan easy outings that kids will get moving while you're giving yourself a small mental reset, which we all deserve. If you've enjoyed today's episode, it would mean so much to me if you would follow and subscribe to the Tuckered Mama Podcast, whether that's on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Following the show helps other moms find this community and helps this podcast grow so that I can create helpful, honest, real-life mom content for you. I will continue to share my daily life, local Tucker and Atlanta family activities, and behind the scenes of the podcasts and updates. These will have conversations with other real moms just trying to survive and thrive in this season. Thank you for spending today with me. Take a deep breath, give yourself some grace, and remember, you are doing an incredible job, even on the days that you don't feel like it. So until next time, guys, stay warm, stay strong, stay cozy from one Tuckered Mama to another. See ya.